All right, so Can Jam New York this year. We had some bangers. Let's see. So Legion took it by storm. Satin was killing it, and a few other ones were really, really dope. But the one that was really, really super dope was the Hercules Moses. So Hercules Audio Moses. And it just had this bass and these mids and this just wonderful big soundstage that was just rocking, right? So I always say on this channel that we are nothing without the people that watch this channel. And my boy Etherhole, we share the same name. Not Etherhole, but our real names. And he got one in, the limited version, the beautiful with the gold honeycomb. And he was like, yo, would you like to hear it? And I was like, heck yes, because it was actually one of the best IEMs at the show. And he was gracious enough to send it in. So I always say thank you, thank you, thank you to our great friends of the channel, but we wouldn't be able to do what we do without the graciousness of them. So thank you again. Thank you, Etherhole. And today we will be discussing the wonderful, amazing Hercules Moses. All right, so the Hercules Audio Moses. This is the limited edition version, so it goes for $4,200. Now, the regular version, I believe, goes at the same price. It is a 1DD, 4BA, and 4 electrostat tribrid in-ear monitor. It's got full titanium shells, and it's got cutting-edge acoustic technology with a unique design concept. It's got the premium Scepter 4N pure silver 4.4 balance cable. Let's get to the unboxing. So, company's really up in their game when it comes to presentation. I think this is a really good looking setup. Now, the limited came in only 50, so this one is 38 of 50. So that makes it special. Slide this off. Looking good. And then open this up. Of course I did it upside down. And you will be presented with your limited Moses. Now the difference between the limited Moses and the regular Moses is the gold you see on the grill here, which really looks nice. You've got your card here showing that you are a member of the 50 Club. That's really good looking. I am. So once you get that, you lift this up and you'll find your tips, your cleaning tool. Then you lift this out and you'll find your puck. Love it because it's like this brown leather, kind of reminds me of Western in a sense, but it's really beautiful, nicely made, but not black, which I'm happy about. Inside you will find your cable, wrapped all nicely. And again, a very nice, beautiful cable. And then you've got the individual pouches that you can put around because you don't want your IEMs banging, because you want them to stay beautiful. And that's it. That's the unboxing for the Hercules Audio Moses. All right, so as we do, fit and finish, the Moses, kind of cool. I think it's on this one. Not sure if you'll see it, but it actually shows you the number. So this is again 38 out of 50. Pretty dope. They're very light. They're not very large. So when it comes to comfort, having no issue getting them in the ears, comfortably sitting, been able to listen to them for a long part of, good long listening sessions and no issues. They also come with the Pentacon, so that's nice, so you can pop it in there. And we also have this nice cable that comes with it. I'll show it off here in a second. But it does what I always like it to do, be able to sit comfortably. But as for a stock cable that comes with an IEM, it's actually a very nice cable. good looking cable. I like the coloring. It's kind of like a goldish tint, which matches IEM very well. All right, so the most important thing. How do the Moses sound? Moses are kind of goofy. Goofy in a good way. Like, they have this explosive bass, right? So they just sound great on tracks with a whole bunch of bass. It's just good mid bass, good sub bass. It's just really nice bass. And of course, I didn't put my phone on mute. But anyway, the bass is explosive. That's what you're going to hear at first. But as you listen to this IEM, you will notice that, holy crap, it has this huge soundstage. It has this wonderful separation in the mids. And nothing about the bass obscures the mids. Like, the mids are there, they're present, they're wonderful. And there's depth, there's width, there's height. It's got one of the biggest sound stages you'll hear in an IEM. And just the way it separates the music is just awesome. So we've got this explosive bass, these amazing mids that are just vast. And then you've got this nice treble that's not in your face, but it's very nice. It's got texture. Everything's textured with this IEM, which is nice too, nut weight and everything. But the texture's there. It's got a nice extension to it. But what I love about this IEM is it's one of those special ones. Kind of reminds me of the Raven and other things like that, where you would think with this huge explosive bass that it would be very hard to listen to stuff like Michael League or classical or jazz and things like that. No, it pulls back. And you've got this wonderful bass that doesn't overshadow. And if you're listening to something that's very bass light, something like, let's say, I'm thinking of multiple things at the time. But if you like Michael Lawrence, or when he's with Bill League, and they're playing the guitar and the piano, sounds right, timbre's good, like everything sounds really good. You're not having this overbearing bass notes in the music. But when you want to flip it to something like Bad Guy or Bury a Friend from Billie Eilish, you've got that thump, 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 and it's really nice. Good bass all around. Chihiro sounds awesome. Then if you want to switch to something like Go Go Penguin, new album coming out next month, super excited. It sounds really, really good too. With the bass player, it sounds like a bass. It's very true to the sound of the bass. The piano sounds awesome. And then with this huge sound stage and this great separation, everything's separated, but it's done coherently where it's not like, oh, that's not supposed to be there, that's not supposed to be there. It's just the placement is very good. So all in all, like, this is a great all-arounder with a lot of bass. So I would say that it's not Basshead level, but it's almost there, because this thing can thump. But the quality of it is that it, again, does not obscure everything around you. There's good weight to voices. So if you like listening to different things, Roberta Flack, who have I been listening to recently? A lot of female voices and a lot of male voices, going back to like the Doobie Brothers, new Sting album, 3.0, with Dominic Miller. I'm a huge Sting fan. Been a Sting fan. I've seen him in concert. I saw him with the Police when they did the last tour that no one thought was ever going to happen, but they toured together one final time. I saw that. It was phenomenal. I think you all know that I'm a huge Dominic Miller fan, who's been his guitarist for years, and they did a tour last year, and the album dropped. And these are great for that too, because it's so well recorded that you've got Sting singing here, you've got the drummer here, everything sounds great. But then you got Dominic Miller. And the way this man plays the guitars and can change the sounds of the guitar, it's just phenomenal. And it's fun because, again, you're taking this really super heavy bassy IEM and then throwing that at it, and it does it beautifully. Not out of balance. It just sounds great. So all in all, I think what the genius kind of this IEM is that not only are you getting this spectacular, booming, awesome bass, but you're getting these spectacular, huge soundstage mids, that are separated beautifully. Great tone, it's just awesome. So that's the trick of this IEM, that you're getting such two cool things that usually you will find separately in IEM. Like, you'll get this like crazy bass, but the mids are but no. Like, when you separate them, like this thing has some of the best bass that you'll hear in IEM, but it also has some of the best mids as far as separation, layering, depth. Like, it's truly a spectacular IEM, and it really does fit in the family that it falls from. So that's what's really cool about it. So pound for pound, if you're looking for something a little bit different in that price range, which has just spectacular mids and very, very awesome bass, then this is definitely something you should check out. So, is the Hercules Moses a buy? Yeah, I think so, because like definitely it's a very unique tuning for what it is like on the verge of being a Basshead IEM, but if you like listening to everything together, like your music, your vocals, your violins, cellos, Kendrick, it'll do it all. Like, it's a very great all-arounder. If you are adverse to heavy bass IEMs, then I would say this is probably not for you because it's gonna thump. Like, if the music calls for it, it thumps. But if you like the thump, if you enjoy the thump, if you can't live without the thump, but you want the rest of the music also to thump, then yeah, this is definitely a buy. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them, and I will see you in the next video.